Yo, what's good, Burger to Go Nation? This is Commanders Talk, the People's Channel, and it's your boy T-May, and I'm back in the building. The Washington Commanders, we fell to the Detroit Lions in preseason game number 2. But listen, man, it wasn't all bad. Those boys actually look good. Well, the defense, that is. The offense needs some work. The offensive line, and we're going to speak on those dudes later. They need some work, man. They look like some trash out there. But the defense was flying around, and that was encouraging to see. Gives us some hope that the defense will ball this season. We won't be ranked 32nd like we was last year. I don't think so. I think we're going to be ranked a lot higher this season, man. They gave us a small sample size of that against the Detroit Lions. The takeaways from this game, basically, the offense needs some work. If we're going to start the season off like this, having jailbreaks on the offensive line, can't run the ball, it's going to be a long season for the Burgundy and Gold, but I think the offensive line will get it together. I got some hope that we will get it together, and those guys are going to ball out in week 1. We'll see how this thing shake out, man, but they need some work. The offensive line definitely needs some work, and the running game was not there against the Detroit Lions. They balled against the Miami Dolphins. But it's the Dolphins, okay? We're going up against some stiffer competition against the Lions, and they shut the running game completely down, and they put some heat on our quarterbacks. Yeah, so overall, man, it was a decent game for the Burgundy and Gold. We lost to the Detroit Lions 17-13, but it is all good, man. It's preseason game number 2. It's all good, but let's check out some of the team stats from this game. See the total yards for us, man. We couldn't really get too much going. 243. The Lions had 279. We had 1 turnover. They had 2. Their first downs, though, 17 first downs against our 9. We got to do a better job of trying to move this ball, man. And then the penalties. I was very upset about the penalties, man. 11 penalties for 84 yards. And that's a typical Dan Quinn style team. A lot of penalties, man. Pre-snap penalties, unacceptable. We got to clean this up. Third downs, we were 4-12. They was 9-17. Fourth downs, 0-1. They was 2 for 2. And in the red zone, they was 1 for 3. We was 0-2, man. So our offense couldn't get anything going against these guys. We got to put in some more work. Definitely in the offense. I have faith in the offense, all right? The offense usually start off slow. It's a new scheme. I'm not making excuses for these guys, but it is a new scheme. It's going to take a little bit of time for us to get things going. But we got to pick up this pace, man. We have to. Okay, so let's check out some of the game leaders from this game. AK, my man, Kyle Eggman has had 162 yards. And to me, that performance from this game cemented him as QB3. No question about it. Sam Hartman, I think he's out of here. I think my man AK balled out good enough in the last 2 games. He's showing you what he could do. Even under that pressure, he was still making some nice throws. Leader rushers for the Burgundy and Gold was my man Katron Allen, 10 carries for 30 yards. The leader receiver was Nick Nash, 2 receptions, 62 yards. Sacks, my man Hurst. Now this guy right here, man, I am very intrigued about this guy. We brought him in recently. He came in there, he put some pressure, he helped collapse that pocket, especially with Johnny Newton being gone. A guy like this should be able to ball out for the Burgundy and Gold. So I hope this guy can do something for us. He had those 2 sacks. He looked great out there, man. My man Coho, again, another solid performance by this guy. 6 tackle, 3 solo tackles. Yeah, I think this guy has a great opportunity to make the final 53. And I even think he's ahead of my man Kane Madrano, the draft pick. This guy, Coho, was undrafted. Teammates at UCLA. I think this guy's going to make the squad, and I think my man, Kane Madrano, will probably be on the practice squad. That's how I'm feeling right now. Unless things turn around in that final preseason game, I think Coho is going to make the squad. Okay, so let's tap in on the player stats from this game. And, of course, we already know my man AK balled out. Passing stats for these guys, man, the Commanders, he was 11 for 14, 162 yards, man. No touchdowns, and better yet, no picks. That's great for him. I think he cemented himself as the QB3. My man Sam Hartman finished with 9 of 11, 67 yards, man. He played pretty decent in this game. He's actually getting better as a quarterback in my eyes, man. Last year, he was complete garbage. This year, he is looking a little bit better, but not good enough to win that QB3 spot. I don't think so. Jaden Daniels only played 1 series, 3 snaps. He was 0 for 1. They was on him. The Lions defense putting some pressure on this guy, and our offensive line and John Bates, our best blocking tight end, struggled. Let's keep going with the individual stats. The receivers. Nick Nash finished with 2 receptions for 62 yards. Now, I don't know if that's enough to get him on the final 53, but at the same time, I think it might be enough to get him on the practice squad. Jaden Bradley. Our guy from UNLV, the undrafted guy. He was 2 for 42. Hey, man, he had a hell of a catch. If you didn't see that catch, man, I'm going to replay it for you right now. Check this out. And Jaden Bradley played special teams. He did a great job with special teams. I think Jaden Bradley should make that final 53, but we'll see what happens. Antonio Williams, the rookie, he was 3 for 41 yards, man. He actually had a decent game. He had some nice catches. Jacoby Jones had 3 for 37, and Van Jefferson had 2 for 17. Let's go to the running backs. Now, we didn't run the ball that great, but, the fat man did okay. Let's check out their stats. Katron Allen finished with 10 carries for 30 yards. Sam Hartman was the second leading rusher with 1 carry for 6 yards. Other than that, we couldn't get anything going. Craig Reynolds finished with 2 carries for 2 yards. And Robert Henry Jr., the star from last week, 4 carries, minus 3 yards. Yeah, 4 carries, minus 3 yards. I don't know. He balled out last week, but it was against the Dolphins. You come up against a better defense. Ooh, shut him down. Shut him down. That's right. But listen, man, I'm not gonna blame that guy for the loss, of course, for yesterday. But it was sad to watch, man. But the offensive line got to step the game up. Now let's tap into the defensive stats of this game. I mentioned it earlier. My man Coho had 6 tackles, man. He actually balled out. Maurice Hurst II had 5 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, and 2 quarterback hits. He was out there balling, okay? That guy wants a job, and with our defensive line being stretched a little thin, I think he might make the squad. My man Ricky Barber, he should make the squad because he balled out last week against the Dolphins, and he balled out again this week. 5 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 quarterback hit. I think that guy should definitely make the squad. Other than that, it wasn't a whole lot going on in the defensive side of the ball. And of course, my man Sonny Styles, second week in a row, he didn't do too much. Not much at all. But listen, let's not panic. Let's not panic, nation. All right, calm down. Only 2 preseason games. I still think Sonny's going to ball for the Burgundy Gold. I think he's going to be a hell of a linebacker. We just got to give him some time. We just got to be patient. All right, let's not throw him under the bus just yet. I know how the nation get, man. I know how y'all get. Let's not throw Sonny under the bus just yet. Let's not start labeling this guy as a bust. Let's let this guy develop and be the pro that we all know he's going to be. Let's just chill, relax on Sonny, and just let this thing play out. All right, man, so it's time to give out some game balls. Who deserve a game ball from that preseason game number 2 against the Lions? I got several guys that actually deserve the game ball, even though we lost the game. And I want to start off with our kicker. Yeah, I think we have a new kicker in town. That's right, man. Drew Stevens for field goals, he was 2 for 2. The long was 32 yards. And extra point, he was 1 for 1. Yeah, I know that's not that big of a deal. But at the same time, Jake Moody probably would have went 1 for 2. So this is a step up for the Burgundy and Gold. I think my man Drew Stevens is better than Jake Moody. The right call to cut that guy loose now, I guess. But at the same time, this is our kicker. We're going to roll with Drew Stevens. And this is the guy I wanted to win the job, of course. He got it. Let's keep rolling with this guy, man. Let's get behind this guy and cheer him on. All right, so I got another game ball. This guy had an interception last week against the Dolphins. He looked great out there. He had 1 big hit last week. Got another interception this week against the Lions. That's right, my man Quan Martin, man. Come on down, get your game ball, Quan. Keep balling like this. You will be back in the starting lineup at free safety. Right now, they got my man Revo penciled in at free safety, the starter. Quan Martin is nipping on his heels, man. Quan want to be back out there. He definitely want to be out there starting. And hopefully, my man Durante Jones can get this guy unleashed and he can become a starter again at some point in the season. All right, my man Quan Martin gets a game ball. I got another game ball. I'm going to give this guy a game ball just because he was the leading receiver. Why not, man? Come on down and get your game ball. Nick Nash, 2 receptions, 62 yards, no touchdowns. But at the same time, he looked good out there. He had the 1 long for, 52 yards? Nick Nash gets a game ball for me, man. And also, Jaden Bradley gets another game ball. Another wide receiver going to get a game ball from me. My man Jaden Bradley, 2 receptions, 42 yards. He had that monster 1-hand catch. He looked good, man. I think this guy deserves to make the squad. And you know me, I love the underdog. I love the Cinderella stories. A guy come out of nowhere, undrafted guy, walk on the field, make the team. Hey, listen, man, I'm cheering for this guy, Jaden Bradley, no question about it. And he's 6'4". All right, and he's making one-handed catches like that. If he can do that in the regular season, we cook it with something. All right, so Jaden Bradley gets a game ball for me. And let's stick with the wide receivers. I'm going to give the rookie a game ball. My man Antonio Williams. That's right. He looked good out there, man. 3 receptions, 41 yards, no touchdowns, but he looked good out there. You can see his route running. Very clean, very crisp. He makes decent, solid catches, man. I think this guy is going to be a baller for the Burgundy and Gold. My man Antonio Williams. Come on down and get your game ball, man. Another game ball on the offensive side. The quarterback, Caliac Manis, man, he balled out. I think this guy cemented himself as QB3. And we already talked about his stats. You can see it right here on the screen, though. 11 for 14, 162 yards. Even with that pressure on him, he was calm, cool, and collected in that pocket. He was stepping up, making plays. This guy deserves to be our QB3, man. I think we got a guy right here. I think we got a guy. At some point, I think this guy could be a QB2. Marcus Mariota, we can let that guy walk. And I think my man AK can fill that role as QB2. Not this year. Maybe next year or maybe the year after. But we got a guy, and that's all we can ask for. And I got 2 more game balls. Go to the defensive side of the ball. The studs up front, the defensive tackles. We already mentioned these guys. My man Ricky Barber, the undrafted guy. He is balling out for the Burgundy and Gold. He had 5 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, no sacks, but he was putting some pressure up there, and he was good against that run. I think this guy, with Johnny Newton being out, is going to help out the Burgundy and Gold tremendously this season. And this next guy also gets a game ball from me, my man Maurice Hurts, the second. 5 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 tackles for loss. He was all over the field, man. Big number 77 out there. I know you saw him. You couldn't miss this guy. He looked great out there, man. He was doing his thing. Now I got 1 more game ball. Almost forgot about this guy, my man Coho, man. The linebacker, the one out there with the great kazoo helmet. Yeah, listen, man, this guy balled out, man. 6 tackles. He want to make the squad. He's playing his butt off, and I think he deserves to make the Burgundy and Gold the final 53. He had 6 tackles, no sacks, no tackles for loss, but he was solid out there, and he's solid on special teams. So this guy definitely deserved a game ball, and he definitely deserved to make that final 53. All right, so you know how we do it on Commanders Talk. We give out those game balls, and we also give out those trash can awards. Yeah, some guys deserve them. I got 3 guys in mind. Let's jump right into it, man. All right, this first guy, man, I hate to give him a trash can award, man, because he actually got a game ball last week. Now this week, he gets a trash can award. Yeah, Robert Henry Jr., come on down, man. You get the trash can award, man. 4 carries, -3 yards, and he had a very costly fumble on the kickoff return. You cannot put the ball on the ground, especially when you're a guy like this trying to make the squad. He put that ball on the ground, man. I don't know. That might have cost you your roster spot, at least a practice squad spot. I think that may have cost you. I think it did, man. But listen, you got 1 more game to turn it around. Robert Henry Jr., man, we all cheering for you, man. You got a game against the Ravens next week to turn this thing around. And if you can't, hopefully you'll make the practice squad. But for right now, you get a trash can award, baby. Come on down and get your award. Now, also, we got another trash can award from the tight end. You say tight end? Yeah, a tight end. This guy had 2 costly drops. My man, Lawrence Kager, man. You get a trash can award, man. Come on down. 2 costly drops in this game, and they hit his hands. Nice passes, hit his hands. He just dropped the balls. You get a trash can award for that. And you trying to make the final 53? You can't do it by dropping balls, and you can't do it by fumbling. So you get a trash can award for me. And also, I got 1 more trash can award. And I'm going to give this one to the entire offensive line. They played like trash against the Lions, man. Trash. They got to step it up. They allowed 11 pressures and 5 sacks. Our offensive line. Jaden Daniels was running for his life. They snatched that guy out of the game with the quickness. You can't leave him out there and they blocking like this. You're going to get that guy killed. Offensive line has got to tighten up. Got to. Or if you don't, it's going to be a long season for the Burgundy and Gold. The offensive line, the entire offensive line get a trash can award. They better step their game up next week against the Ravens. And speaking of the Ravens, preseason game number 3 is coming to you next week, man. Actually, the end of this week. Yeah, they're going to get this one in, and then we're going to get a break, and then it's time for some real action week 1. Preseason game against the Ravens is Friday, August 28th, a 6 p.m. game, man. Make sure you mark your calendars for this one. These guys are going to be balling out, and I'm going to tell you why. It's the last preseason game. They trying to make that final 53. These undrafted guys, the rookies, all these guys going to be out there knocking heads. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch, man. So make sure you chime in and tune in on this game if you want to see some real solid football with nothing to lose attitudes out there. It's going to be fun to watch, man. So make sure you tune in. All right, nation, just a quick recap of the preseason game. Preseason game number 2, we fell to the Detroit Lions 17-13, but it's all good. The defense gave us a preview of how strong the defense is going to be this year. We won't be ranked 32nd. We're going to be ranked much higher this season under Durante Jones. Shout out to that guy. Salute to Durante Jones, man. He did his thing. All right, before we get out of here, man, if you're not subscribed to this channel, I suggest you do so. Pow, right there, hit that subscribe button. While you're down there, man, you bang that like button, you ring the notification bell so you be notified every time we drop a fire episode of Commanders Talk. This is Commanders Talk, and it's your boy T May. And if you made it to the end of this episode, salute.